With just 2 months to go for the US presidential election, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump faced off in their first presidential debate. This wasn't just an exchange of words, it was a battle over the direction of the country. The debate, hosted by ABC News, tackled some of the most pressing issues facing America, ranging from abortion rights, the economy, foreign policy, immigration. The most heated moments of the night came on the topic of abortion rights. Trump took credit for the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe versus Wade, framing it as a victory for state rights. But Harris did not hold back, calling his stance insulting to the women of America and accusing him of spreading lies. Trump's position was clear. He believes states should make their own policies on abortion, and he supports exceptions in cases of rape, incest, and when the mother's life is at risk. But the question is that enough? Does this approach resonate with the majority of Americans, or does it actually alienate voters, particularly women? Harris, on the other hand, positioned herself as a defender of women's rights, highlighting that a majority of Americans support the right to choose. She pointed out that in every state where abortion has been on the ballot, voters, both Democrats and Republicans, have supported reproductive freedom. Can Harris turn this issue into a decisive advantage at the ballot box is the immediate question. Meanwhile, pop star Taylor Swift jumped into the political fray, endorsing Kamala Harris for president. That's a very crucial development. Swift, who famously broke her political silence in 2020, remember, to support Joe Biden, took to Instagram to voice her support for Harris, calling her a steady-handed, gifted leader. Swift's endorsement might energize younger voters and women, but can it make a difference in key swing states? Regarding other aspects of the debate, both Harris and Trump wasted no time in staking their claim as the candidate for change, something that Americans are desperately craving. But change in what direction? And can either of them truly deliver on these promises? Trump, the former president, wants to return to his vision of America, one that he believes was derailed by the Biden-Harris administration. Harris, meanwhile, is aiming to distance herself from Trump's divisive policies and present herself as a fresh, progressive leader. But here's the kicker. Were voters even convinced by their pitches, or are they just tired of the same old rhetoric? According to a CNN poll, Harris seemed to have outshined Trump during the debate. 63% of the viewers thought that she performed better as compared to just 37% for Trump. But let's not forget, polls are just snapshots of opinions at one point in time. Did Harris really sway the electorate, or did she simply solidify her base? It's easy to win a debate on style, but what about substance? Harris, in a way, may have won the night, but does she really have the policies to win the election? As far as the economy is concerned, a very crucial aspect, Harris claimed that she had a plan, but did not really divulge much on the specifics. Voters are not just looking for sound bites. They want to know how their lives will actually improve under her administration, if at all. Trump, meanwhile, seized the opportunity to hammer the Biden-Harris administration, accusing them of destroying the economy. He even went as far as to say the people of our country are absolutely dying with what they have done. Does Trump have a point? While his base might cheer his fiery rhetoric, Trump did not offer any new ideas to actually fix the economy. Immigration. Trump once again leaned into his hardline stance on that issue. He doubled down on his promise to secure the border and reduce illegal immigration. According to the CNN poll, Trump holds a 23-point lead over Harris on this issue. Harris attempted to counter Trump by framing immigration reform as a humanitarian issue, but it remains to be seen if she can actually convince the voters that her more compassionate approach is the way forward. But here's something even more telling. Despite the back and forth, 82% of voters said the debate did not change their choice. That's a staggering number. And what does that tell us about the state of American politics when a high-stakes presidential debate moves very few people? Are voters just entrenched as far as their views are concerned, or are the candidates failing to inspire confidence? And for the 4% who did change their minds, 4%, what really tipped the scales for them? Was it policy, personality, or simply fatigue with the other side? We will, of course, know more about that in 2 months. Another key aspect during the debate was, of course, the two major wars. Regarding the war in Gaza, Harris supported a ceasefire deal but continued with her stance on arming Israel. I will always give Israel the ability to defend itself, in particular as it relates to Iran and any threat that Iran and its proxies pose to Israel, quote unquote. She also lent support for the two-state solution. Trump, meanwhile, reiterated that the war in West Asia would have never broken out if he was president, and accused Harris of bias against Israel and the Arab countries. Outside the debate's venue, a pro-Palestinian protest dubbed "Shut Down the Debate" clashed with the local police in Pennsylvania. Regarding the Russia-Ukraine war, Trump said that he would push for a deal to end the conflict. While Harris stressed on the need to support Ukraine, she further stated that had Trump been in power, Russian President Vladimir Putin would be in Kiev by now. So where does all of this leave us? After a night of fiery exchanges and sharp contrasts, did either candidate actually deliver a clear vision for America's future? The question is, will they find it in Harris or Trump? And more importantly, will this debate have any lasting impact, or will it be forgotten in the endless cycle of political noise and rhetoric? As we count down to that election, one thing is clear: this race is far from over. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.